Alright everyone, this is your friendly neighborhood Fun with the AJ, and sorry for the wobbliness, but I'm giving you a layout here on top of my washer and dryer of everything I'm installing today. This is the Motodemic mounting unit and part of the conversion kit. This is the JW speaker light, the actual bucket and light of it all. Emblaze pins for left and right, front. Torx set, Husky, hex set Husky, some Pittsburgh, very cheap, we're calling wrench sets, if you will, and I probably need pliers too. Little magnetic tray to hold the screws and bits, resistors pair from Motodemic, connectors pair from Motodemic, all for the turn signals, rear Ducati OEM back cover, because I have a windscreen right now. And then right here is the quad lock new smart adapter for my bike. This is probably going to be a separate video, but I'm going to do the install now. Alright, you guys know this bike. This is my Ducati Monster 696, aka the black and tan. This is the horrendous transformer light. I call it transformer light, you could call it a bug light, whatever you want to call it, that I am getting rid of with the Motodemic set. So let's move over here. Why I need that back cover is because I do have a windscreen on this OEM. It does nothing other than protect the instrument panel from the rain, and it kind of looks cool. But I could get another windscreen from Motodemic. So that's what's happening. I'm changing out this light. I'm losing these, I almost want to call them Q-tips, if you will. They're solid. They kind of look angular and cool, but I don't want to keep them with a new light, so I'm going with Emblaze. Alright guys, the first thing I'm going to be doing here is removing my wireless mount from Quad Lock. I reinstalled it because I got a new bit the other day, but for this install I'm going to need to get screws that I don't think I'm going to be able to get to without removing this guy. And it sucks because I'm doing double the work, but it's not a difficult install at all, so I don't really mind, but it's a little of a hassle. Hopefully you guys can see all this. And this is not a quad lock video. That will be another video, but this is part of the process. So there are two hex bolts here and here holding the, I believe it's the fairing. This little windscreen, yeah. And I need to remove those, so that's the first part of the process. According to Motodemic's site. Now the one thing I'll say is I'm already having resistance doing this, interestingly enough. So let's see how tough it's going to be. Now this is a 2.5 hex, or 2.5. It says up on the Motodemic site, and they have a YouTube video, by the way. Let's see if this gives me enough leverage. Yep, that's what I needed. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach. So one of the key things you should all know is it's important to have the right tools for the job. And I do have the right tools, but it looks like I could use a little longer bits. Which, you know, I didn't really know until now. So we'll see what we can do. And guys, I do want to give credit to Brad at Motodemic. He made an awesome video on YouTube where he explains exactly what is needed for the process. So I'm only having trouble with one screw now, just to FYI. And these I'm having trouble with because there's not a lot of space. It's nothing to do with Motodemic. There's not a lot of space with the OEM windscreen here. And I got it. So I'm not going to need those specialized hex tools that they have in their video. I will be fine, I think. What's the hassle though? I'm not going to lie. So this is the first time ever that I'm getting my bikini fairing off. Here they are. They look like they are black and anodized. Sorry. See those? Those are two from the left. problem right there. Okay, there are my, this is my windscreen off, my bikini fairing I think they call it. And these are all 4 screws. I like that they're blackened. Shout out to Ducati for actually blackening stuff, or some things. First time this is off. What I was having a trouble with is this guy on this side was like loose or something, so yeah. What I'm gonna do, I don't think I need these screws anymore, so I'm going to just lightly rescrew them so that they can never come off again. Alright, I'm going to turn now so you guys can get a clear look of what it looks like from behind. So this is without the bikini fairing on this bike. This is why I have the back cover. This is why I have the back cover, which Motodemic sells. It looks like it's Ducati OEM to go on here. Probably shouldn't get any liquid on here, but I wanted to move off some of this residue. They do suggest, Motodemic, cleaning in here while you have this all off, and that's what I'm going to do. Probably going to take a Q-tip and do it once over. Maybe not in the video, but I'm just letting you guys know. So this is what it looks like. Really cool. I've never seen this part before. Alright guys, I looked at Brad's video on YouTube, and the next thing I need to do is remove the T20, I think they called, Torx bolts on the bike. Let's see if I can find it. T20, I do have T20. It is right here, and there's 4 apparently. Make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I see where they belong. It does fit. Let's see if we can do it. Yep, perfect. There's one. I should get my tray before I go any further. Alright, so this is coming out smoothly. I'm going to start another one. Make sure, yep, they're all really coming out simple and smooth. I am a fan. I like when things are not difficult, like the hex keys in the last bit. It's already really loose. Sorry if you guys are getting a bad angle. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to start to take them all out one by one. Now you don't want this instrument panel to fall, because if you do that would be a catastrophe. Here's one bolt. It's longer than I would have thought. I call that the top. So I'm placing them in my little tray, one by one in order that they've come out. Alright. Top. And then the last one, and this is probably the easiest portion of the whole thing. Okay, done. That is complete. I'm gonna move my USB out of the way. Okay, what I'm supposed to do at this point is just rest this instrument panel on the handlebars, and my light just went off. Let's see if it goes back on. There we go. There is a little cobwebbing. That scared me. It's not the computer Ducati, but it is an expensive bit, or piece of kit. So the instrument panel is resting. I do need to wipe all this down, which I will. And let's see what my next step is. Alright, so I'm moving to a different position here. I need to move 2 10mm nuts on either side of the I think they call it the triple clamp. Give me a second to reposition. Alright, I'm under the triple clamp here. This is my shock on the left side. And it's not this bolt. This is my steering stop bolt. There's one on each side. It's this bolt, this 10mm bolt. And I'll do it on the other side as well. This is gonna be fun. Okay, I need to move this on the ground so I don't hurt myself or the bike. I probably need to turn it fully. There we go. So you do need to turn it fully to access that. I almost did the wrong one there. Okay. And I need to go lefty-loosey. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. Easy. So, here we go. I can do it by hand once I did it once. I don't even need to do more, which is cool. There's one. Let me make sure that was on. Yeah. Okay, it went on like that. So it's going to be left I'm gonna move you guys to the other side. All right, guys, other side. This is the right side of my triple fork right here, right fork. This is the stop. We're not removing that. This is what we're removing, just that bolt. And once again, these bolts, surprisingly, super loose, which is a good thing. So, yeah. And these are not anodized or anything, so just noting that. Now, apparently all I have to do is lift this thing up. Now, according to Brad's video, now that the two nuts are removed, all I should have to do is simply slide this thing up. I don't know if that's true, but we'll try. Simply slide it up. He's right. It's just pressure plated or fitted after you can remove those nuts. Alright. I need to move it. DX is left side for the turn signals. Just so we know. DX is left. And it looks like XS is right. This is a two-person job. So on his video, on the Motodemic video, it just says it slides almost with like a finger push. I'm not seeing that anywhere, but maybe I'm missing something. That might be it. That was it? Okay, so guys, that was difficult. Overly difficult because of myself. So what I want to show you guys, if you ever do this install on this type of bike, is, it's not clear in the Motodemic video, but if you slow it down, he's actually pushing this tab up, and then you're pushing out. So there's a tab here. Push it up and out. I need to save this for the bracket in a bit. Alright, the next part of everything is wiping everything down. So I've got a shop cloth, microfiber, brand new. And I recommend you do what I do, guys. Take pictures along the way to reference where you are, what you're doing, etc. on the bike. So in case you mess up something, you have a reference point to go back to. Alright. 2 grommets in the upper rubber clamps, I think we call them. Alright, need to move this panel down and get this out. It's instrument bracket, MA bolts. Alright, so far we're doing everything right. Need to get the Fuji style bolts, which are in this bag. They also included a hex key, 2, if I wanted it, and a zip tie. The only negative I can say about this kit so far is that I wish everything was anodized black, including the bolts. Yep, okay. Okay, 12 millimeter hex, or Allen wrench. 5 hex key, I think. Could be off. Don't want to over tighten it either. Good. Alright, next thing I can do is move up and install the instrument panel with the bolts I took off. Alright, and by hex, I meant Torx. I'm using my Torx. It was 4. Hopefully. Alright, I think next thing is I'm putting on the back cover. So those were 4 T20 Torx screws that I installed the instrument panel back on. Now I'm doing the back cover. Okay, here is the back cover, and brand new from Motodemic, but Ducati. And then the black hex bolts they came with, which is cool. I'm happy they're black. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna need to be quick with this. This is definitely a 2-person job, which is a good thing. I'm going as tight as I can with a little extra. So that is the back cover on. Looks pretty good, I think. Alright, next, they supplied a zip tie to get the instrument harness to the top. I want to make sure I get enough bandwidth. Alright, I got some scissors, probably not the proper tool, but scissors so that I can cut this zip tie. Alright, these are reversible. And 2 more bolts with the Allen key they gave. These aren't black or anodized. Loosely, I like how there's pre-drilled added nuts. Those brackets have been added. Alright, threaded left end blades through there. So, DX is throttle side, it's left for me, so right. XX is for the brake side. Cool. Alright everyone, so I skipped ahead a little bit because I was having a little trouble with a couple things. One, fitting my wires into the back of the bucket here. There's just a hole and I had to like fit them without it looking raggedy or things hanging out. So that's the first thing. 2, I loosely tightened these. However, I'm not sure which direction this should be pointed at. More towards the ground or up. That's not in the Motodemic instructions anywhere. So I'm trying to figure that out. I think at this point, I'm gonna point it more towards the ground because that's what it should be shooting light at, not forward as much. So I guess forward too. Second thing I did was just connected the connector. There was a silver piece in the original headlight unit that connected there. Couldn't figure out how to get it. You have to get a flathead in there and then push it down and then push it out at the same time. Alright, and while I have you here, let me show you guys what it looks like. Because it's lightly installed. I just fitted the grommets here. Inside bushing, outside bushing. There is a screw there, if you're wondering. Right there. So it's not perfectly symmetrical. That's something that was news to me. Not mad about it, just noting it. This is what it looks like with the bike on. This is the left blinker. This is the right blinker. It is much brighter than it looks, I think, in the camera. Let's do high beams. High beams right there. Low beam. So extra bits I did. So this is the wiring I was talking about. I had to stuff it all into this little hole back here. And I've got some exposed, but I think it's fine. Let's see. Not sure if we can even see it. Well, that's the main connector. That's the metal bit I was talking about from the original harness. Right here. Put it in the new harness, slipped it right on, clicked the old connector on the top. No problems there. Pointed these turn signals so that I can see the reflection of the diode. That's how I knew they were pointed the right way. Both sides. See the diode. LED diode right there. That's what they mean by directional. On my weight, not doing anything, I tightened these down. I just need to figure out the direction of this bucket. I feel like if you face it too parallel with the ground, like I have, it's gonna be a problem. So that was the quick and dirty install, everyone. The toughest thing for me of the whole thing was the connectors. The steel one that I showed you in back, getting that off. The headlight main connector, figuring that out. That was the toughest install of it all. Everything else was just screwing, aiming, and I think it looks pretty darn good. Let's get there's a after shot. It really ties the look together. Let me get a side shot too. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that right angle. But it makes it look like a monster, not a bug as it was before. I really like it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. If you have questions about the install, you don't want to ask Motodemic themselves, feel free to ask me. I can't get you any sort of discounts because they didn't offer that, but I do want to let you guys know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want more motorcycle content like this. Until next time, it's your friendly neighborhood FunWithAJ. Thank you.